Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, weird, wild world out there, folks. And here we stand. Al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
Ladies and gentlemen, that is right. Do not adjust your set, phone, or however the hell you're listening to this. You are listening to The ProBoh Show on this, it's actually a Tuesday edition. But if this goes out on the radio, which I believe it will, it's Wednesday morning at 8:30. For those of you angelic beings who join me from podcast land, I don't know what time it is for you. You know, I don't have a concept of time with regards to you angelic folk. And guys, if you want to recommend the show to anyone, we are literally everywhere. You cannot miss the ProBoh Show. So how's it going? What's coming up in today's show? Well, in today's show, I asked 100 humans to imagine students took over schools. Then in today's Complete the News, we're going to go back and try and do the mathematic study done by the University of Sussex that is prescient to all our lives, I believe, to all our lives. And if we have time, we've got some news from the Netherlands about festivals. But all that fun, my friends, that's all coming up in the second part of the show. Before that, in today's first half, we've got an unpopular opinion, kind of a popular, unpopular opinion, if I may say. And I'd be interested in your guys' take on this, because it is quite a divisive one for me. I find it hard to settle on one of the answers, but I don't want to give away any spoilers, guys, because that's coming up in a little bit. How are you doing? Well, first of all, guys, if you're a traditional radio listener, then you need to join me at 6 p.m. every evening this week while I'm doing the show. So if you're listening today, Wednesday, God, this time travel nonsense is driving me crazy. If you're listening today on the radio, you can actually catch the show live at 6 p.m. on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Professional Bohemian. Of course, you faithful angelic podcast listeners already know that. And a big hello to my amazing audience joining me live in Twitch chat. We've got Born to Iron Man, Eugene, Tripsky, Min, JC. Did I say Born to Iron Man? Guy's so cool, he deserves to be mentioned twice. That's what I say. Let's see what people are saying. Good evening, ProBoers. Hi, guys. Hi, Rob. How you doing, Eugene? Min is here. You can always have banter, even in a serious manner. Banter, great word. Banter, chat, conversation. Just a bit more difficult to weave them in and out. Yeah, I was talking to Min about a project that I'm going to work on in the future. I'm not going to give you any spoilers. The more the merrier, but wouldn't be better. The present ones are the best, says Born to Iron Man. 2 shows in one day, says Eugene. That's right. For those of you who are just ProBoh fans, I actually do another show on Vaughan Radio. The lunchtime show, I do it with my best friend. Today's was a particularly funny episode. Let's see. I'm late, says Tripsky. Better late than never, Tripsky. Better late than never. All right. Let's see. People have been voting pretty unanimously lately. Yeah, this one is a little bit more divided, but not much more divided. Okay, you know what, guys? You're here, I'm here. Let's take a look at what's going on in the world. Oh, dudes. To go back to AI, I went a little bit, what's the word? Surreal into yesterday's news. Let's go back to the amazing topic of AI. Immediately, everyone skips forward 5 minutes. AI bots were given freedom in a virtual city. And can you guess what happened? These AI robots, these artificially intelligent digital robots, were given freedom to live in a virtual city. What do you think they did? I mean, what would common sense suggest? Did they create a catastrophe? Did they kill all the humans in this virtual city? No, the funny thing is, they acted like people. They could have behaved in this virtual city in any way, and they behaved like people. Scientists from Google and Stanford University created a virtual city inhabited by generative agents, trained by ChatGPT. The city was kind of inspired by games like The Sims, if you know what I mean. If you've ever played The Sims in any of its iterations, this is the kind of environment these AI bots, these agents, were placed in. And they began to behave just like humans. Let me read a little bit from this that I've got here. Agents had the ability to draw conclusions about themselves, other agents, and their city by storing new information in memory. At the same time, the bots demonstrated plausible human behavior. For example, they coordinated plans, had meaningful conversations, and even unwound. It's like relax, right? They're relaxed in evenings at a bar. Kind of makes sense, right? Given that these things are trained on human interaction or human kind of text, that they would behave like humans, right? Well, at least to me, that was my first thought when reading this. Let's see what people are saying. You're always welcome, Tripski says Born to Iron Man, no matter when you turn up. Amen to that. I was asleep for that lunchtime. I will watch the VOD after this. Setting alarm for tomorrow. Oh, Tripski, you're the best, my dude. You're the best. Tripski.
ProBoh approved.
It means the world to me that you're here, my dude. It means the world to me that you're here. But the experiment wasn't perfect. I'm going to quote directly from the post where I got this. I'm going to post, as always, I'm going to post this in my Patreon. That's patreon.com Professional Bohemian. But I'm going to post the PDF that was released by Stanford and Google. The experiment was not without its problems. Sometimes agents did not absorb information and made non-standard choices, such as visiting closed stores or choosing evening bars instead of a cafe for lunch. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but is that not behaving human? Oh, damn, the shop's closed. I mean, that is literally me every weekend. And going to a bar instead of a cafe for lunch. I think the AI is Spanish, guys. I think the AI is Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Okay, what else is happening in the world? Oh, guys, Millie Bobby Brown, the infant from Stranger Things. You guys know who she plays 11 in Stranger Things. How old is she? Like 10? Well, she's getting married, my dudes. She's getting married. Anyway, let's find out how old Millie Bobby Brown is, because this has bugged me since I read the article on the way home from work. How old is Millie Bobby Brown? Oh, gee, she was born in 2004. She's 19 years old. Well, she's getting married, man. She's getting married. Stranger Things, Millie Bobby Brown announces an engagement to Jake Bongiovi. And you did not mishear. Jake Bongiovi, apparently the son of John Bongiovi. Dudes, I didn't even know John Bongiovi had a son. That's where I'm at. Apparently these two have been dating for 3 years. You know I don't usually do celebrity gossip, but dude, is it wrong of me that I just think of Millie Bobby Brown like a child? I'm like, I read this news and I want to call the police. How is she getting married? Okay, let's continue. All right, dude. Here's an interesting tidbit from ABC News. Lab-grown chicken meat is getting closer to restaurant menus and store shelves. So we've all heard of this phenomena of lab-grown meat that's grown in a laboratory, right? Well, it's starting to become a reality. I know we've had the opportunity to purchase this for a while. Even Burger King has its own kind of meat substitute. Well, a scientific quest to feed the world, protect animals, and simultaneously cut down on greenhouse gas emissions is on the cusp of a major milestone in the US. In the last 5 months, the US Food and Drug Administration has cleared 2 American producers of lab-grown meat to bring their products to market. Dude, this is big news. This is great news for animal rights activists. And from what I'm told, lab-grown meat is just the exact same as eating kind of animal flesh. Does anyone in the chat, I'm just interested in knowing, would you have any reservations before eating lab-grown meat? Meat that's grown in a laboratory. I mean, I know I certainly wouldn't. I'll be honest with you. Like, I've eaten way worse things, dude. And, like, we have an area in Madrid called Lavapiés. And I'm just going to be honest with you. You don't see many cats around Lavapiés, and their curries are delicious. I'm not saying... Look, you draw your own conclusions from that. You draw your own damn conclusions. But all I'm saying is, you know... I would... like, let's go to lab-grown meat. You know what I mean? Let's see what we're saying. Tripsky, I will mention what's just happened there in the break. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very, very much. Guys, show Tripsky some love, because I believe that was him. Let's see. Not really. So this is Min, an answer to the question. Would you feel, dubious before eating lab-grown meat? He says, not really. If it passes all the same tests as we put on meat now, it should be fine. Exactly. The amount of synthetic crap they put in there to make it seem similar? No, says Hartstead. In fact, probably safer since lab-grown meat is less likely to develop diseases, says Min. That's a great point, actually. Yeah, I mean, look, Hartstead, I get your point here. He says the amount of synthetic stuff that they're going to put in this stuff, in this meat, makes it for him or for her something that they're not particularly enthused about. And I understand your point, man. It's not like I think you're wrong. I'm just saying, think about the amount of synthetic crap that goes into actual meat. I mean, we've all heard of the company Monsanto, the cows, the milk, not so much of a problem in Europe because of the regulations we have here, but in the United States, people developing this immunity to antibiotics because of the amount of antibiotics that's getting fed to cows out there. I mean, I'm just saying, man. I mean, look, lab-grown meat, regular meat, is it worth eating synthetic meat? I mean, I don't know. I'll tell you what, I would try it. I would eat it. I've eaten worse, man. I've eaten worse. I ate ants in my childhood, says Eugene, and they were delicious. There you go. Dude, it's either, look, in the future, one of two things. It's either lab-grown meat grown in a laboratory, or it's insects. I'm saying bring me the synthetic chickens, man. I don't want to stop eating KFC. Just because we've burnt the planet. Ants, says Tripsky. As a child, damn. I ate the dirt they want on, said Tripsky. Apparently I ate worms as a kid. I don't know why. I was hungry. Yeah, but common, right? All right, you know what we're going to do, guys? We're going to go to today's unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
All right, guys, what is an unpopular opinion? Okay, it is a pedocerebral, un pedo mental, a brain fart. I share it with you on my social media, and I see where the wind is blowing, and today's is a particularly interesting one. Today we're going to talk about... we're going to talk about confidence. Will confidence take you further in life than intelligence? Confidence will take you further in life than intelligence. True or false? Now, I asked this question to my Instagram friends. Guys, if you want to follow me on Instagram and partake in the off-show fun that we do, and also check out my awesome reels, then you just join me there on at Professional Bohemian. It's so easy. So will confidence take you further in life than intelligence? I did get some messages Jane, in my experience, I've seen confident people excel even without exceptional intelligence. They can network better and make the most of the opportunities they're given. And Lily, as a former teacher, I've witnessed intelligent students struggle due to lack of confidence. However, confidence without intelligence can only take you so far. It's important to strike a balance. Fair points. Fair points. I've seen both sides. This one is tough, says Tripsky. Yeah, me too. Me too. Okay, let's break this down. Let's go over some pros and cons. Okay, in the pro column, true. Confidence will take you further in life than intelligence. Okay, number one, social skills. Confidence can improve social skills, making it easier to form connections and to build strong relationships, which are essential for personal and professional success. Number two, overcoming fear. Confident individuals are more likely to take risks and seize opportunities, while those with high intelligence may be held back by fear or self-doubt. Number three, persuasiveness. Confidence can make people more persuasive, helping them effectively communicate their ideas and influence others. These are some great points here. Resilience. Confident individuals are often more resilient, enabling them to bounce back from setbacks and remain focused on their goals. Okay. Those are great points. I mean, confident people tend to be more persuasive. They seem to be better socially. They seem to have thicker skin, if you know what I mean, and don't have that kind of social awkwardness. Like, for example, let me give you an example. One of my mentors, or my mentor, let's just say it that way, is a guy called Richard Vaughan. I know a lot of you listening to the show right now know him. A lot of my podcast listeners probably don't. Maybe people in the stream probably don't. He's a businessman, an entrepreneur, a radio and TV personality also. And he exudes confidence. He speaks with clarity and intent. And I have witnessed him in sales situations run rings around people. And it's impressive. And the skills that he's using, or that he used more in business, I would dare say were his confidence. It's like when you hear the man talk, it's like he's scared of nothing. However, one other thing that he displays is an extremely high level of intelligence, especially when it comes to retaining and regurgitating information. The guy is really, really clever. But I would dare say, in his case, his confidence has taken him further than his intelligence. But is that the case for everyone? Let's continue. Let's look at the con column, the against column. Intelligence is more important than confidence in life. Okay. Problem solving. Intelligence enables individuals to analyze complex situations and find solutions, which can be a critical skill for success in various aspects of life. Adaptability. Highly intelligent individuals often have the ability to learn and adapt quickly, making them better equipped to navigate an ever-changing world. Innovation. Intelligent people are more likely to come up with innovative ideas and contribute meaningfully to their fields. Next, informed decisions. Intelligence allows individuals to make well-informed decisions considering various factors and potential consequences, which can lead to better outcomes in the long run. Okay, all right. So those are some pros and cons. Let's look at Apple, right? Let's look at Apple. When you think Apple executive, who do you think? Just a quick question to the chat. Give me a one-word answer. When I say Apple executive, who do you think? What's the first name? Who's the first name that pops into your brain? And this is an interesting example. You'll see why in a second. Hartstead, true. Intelligence can help you secure a job. Confidence can help people move further up the ladder. It's a balance. Intelligent people doubt themselves because they know there are things they don't know. Ooh. That's a great... You know what? You're going to get them.
ProBoh approved.
Yeah. Like, what did they say? Ignorance is bliss. The less you know, the happier you are. I like that. Eugene, too much confidence can take you to jail. Oof, also.
ProBoh approved.
Too much intelligence is probably not going to have you end in a prison cell. That's true. So, of course, when I say an executive at Apple, probably the first name you're thinking of is Steve Jobs, right? Steve Jobs, the visionary from Apple. We don't immediately think Steve Wozniak. All right? Now, Steve Wozniak is the intellectual powerhouse behind a lot of Steve Jobs' ideas. But Steve Jobs had the charisma. And great, he was a creative man. And he had the charisma. And he had the confidence. And Steve Jobs is the name you remember. Interesting, right? Interesting. Because in schools, they don't teach you confidence. They literally just throw you out to the wolves. However, they do try and give you or have you adopt a certain amount of intelligence, or at least have you regurgitate information as if that is the key to success in life. And I think in many cases, in very many cases, confidence is what people need rather than intelligence. Yeah, a hot take. A hot take, but I don't think it's an incorrect one. What did they say on Instagram? Do you want to know? Shall we do a little drum roll? Confidence will take you further than intelligence. They said 68% of them said true. Esteban Trabajos, Steve Jobs. What a persona. True story. And we still remember him now, and he died years ago. And we still remember him as this innovative leader, but what he had was tons of confidence. And in the business world, you see this all the time. I have worked with, as a freelancer, as a consultant, I've worked with a lot of CEOs. Let me tell you, not all of them were super intelligent, but most of the successful ones had tons of confidence. I mean, think about what confidence gives you, those social skills, those key social skills that you need to move up the business ladder. And let's be honest, friends, society today, whereas it maybe shouldn't be, I'm not going to argue that, the capitalist model is the way forward. All I'm saying is that's what we're working with right now. And confidence will help you climb the business ladder a lot quicker than intelligence. It'll help you meet your ideal partner a lot quicker than intelligence. Confidence. Confident people tend to be more persuasive, more charming, more... what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, just better rounded people socially. Tripsky says, in these kinds of days, yeah, it's true. Less intelligence going around with newer generations. That could be true too. Harstead, in terms of relationships, confidence helps too. Everyone has issues going on. No one wants to be a therapist or constant cheerleader to someone. True story. True story. These are all great points. Guys, you're going to get an impromptu.
That gets the ProBoh stamp of approval.
You're doing God's work today, guys. So 68% of people said true on Instagram. And I would love to have a controversial opinion about this, but I don't. Is that how society should work? Should we reward people that are more confident as opposed to people who are more intelligent? I don't think so. I'll tell you what, Bill Nye the Science Guy is not the best scientist in the world. But because he's got that charm and those unique social skills, he's probably one of the most famous scientists in the world. Interesting. But that's the society we live in. Now, if we were in a real meritocracy, then of course I would be here cheerleading for supreme intelligence over supreme confidence. But sadly, my friends, that is not the world we're living in. So my case and my vote goes for yes, indeed, confidence will take you further in life than intelligence. Same with Neil Tyson. Exactly, Heartstead. Exactly. Okay, guys, I've got to take a very quick break. I will post a poll in the chat, and I would like you to vote. Will confidence take you further in life than intelligence? True or false? Guys, you've been awesome. So many things you could have been doing today. Instead of doing those things, you're here with me, and it means the absolute world. I'll see you in a few minutes. Hey, guys, if you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, PROBOH. Okay, on with the show.
The ProBoh Show!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ProBoh Show. If you're listening on the radio, it's currently 9 a.m. Welcome. For those of you here live on the stream, it is around 6:30 Central European Time. And for you glorious podcast listeners, I don't know when and where you're listening to this. I imagine you're on a beach drinking a martini or something. I don't know. All I know is you're pretty special people. And guys, also thank you so much for sharing the podcast, sharing the little videos that I make and all that. It's making a massive difference. The podcast is increasing in numbers constantly. And wow, I mean, that's a massive honor. So thank you so much. All right, so what have you missed if you're just tuning in? We spoke a little bit about some AI generative bots, some little digital robots that were given freedom, complete freedom in a virtual city. And they started to act just like humans. Then we really quickly mentioned Millie Bobby Brown. She's 19 years old, okay, but in my head she's a 10-year-old, and she shouldn't be getting married, yet she is, to Jake Bongiovi, John Bon Jovi's son. Is this real life? Like, go back to school. What are you doing getting married? Put her down. It's just crazy to me. Hartstead said, hot take, 19 to 23 years old is way too young to get married. You haven't really started living your life yet. Or found yourself. Dude, true story.
ProBoh approved.
Dude, I'm 44 and I'm unmarried. I think 44 is too young to get married. I've got the rest of my life ahead of me. Marriage is for fools, says Trusky. Love doesn't like lying. Not all love is... Oh, God. See, I've been raised on a steady diet of Disney movies and stand-up comedians. So I am kind of a romantic. I want to meet the one. I want to be in love. But problem is, I've been raised on a diet of stand-up comedy where everyone craps all over their spouses. So I am faced with this weird kind of doubt that the one even exists, and kind of the belief that love doesn't exist. You know what I mean? It's just a chemical imbalance, a temporary chemical imbalance. But then on the other hand, I'm just looking for Miss Right. Oh, I don't know. No, 19-year-olds should be getting married in general. Yeah, Tripskate, completely agree.
ProBoh approved.
Apparently they've been dating for 3 years. She said in an Instagram post, "I've loved you for 3 summers." Dude. I've loved pizza for 3 summers. I've loved pizza for 44 summers. I'm still not going to marry one. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just feels odd to me. I don't want to waste the whole show with celebrity gossip, but geez Louise, this shocked me. For 3 reasons. Hot take. It won't last, says Tripsky. It won't last. Probably not. 3 reasons. Or probably more, but the 3 reasons I can immediately think of. Number 1, celebrity relationships. They don't last, do they? They don't last. Number 2, the age. I mean, she's got so much more growing. Both of them have so much more growing to do. So much more to understand about themselves. It's just, come on. And then the third reason's, how many marriages last anyway? Without the pressure of cameras and attention, worldwide media attention, how many relationships actually last? So there we go. We're just crapping on a 19-year-old's hopes and dreams there. I hope you all feel good about yourselves. I know I do. Your tears are delicious, and your anger only makes me more powerful. 44 summers, laughs Frisky. Remember Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher? Yeah. You know what I loved about that relationship, though? I loved that Bruce Willis was like apparently, even after Bruce Willis and Demi Moore got divorced, they maintained a friendship, and they all used to hang out together with the kids. I think that's beautiful. Being someone who is best friends with an ex-girlfriend, I appreciate stories like that. All right, you know what? Well, there's Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, says Tripsky. Is that those two? The only thing I know about that relationship is that they have said that they will not give their kids any money, and I so respect that decision. I think that's amazing. They kind of said, like, when we pass away, we're going to give the money to charity or something like that, because we want them to find their own way in the world. Having friends, or a friend in particular, who comes from like a successful parent, like I know how much of a crutch that can be. Living in the shadow of something. Mila Kunis is freaking beautiful, says Hartstead. Yeah, she is. Jackie Chan told his son he won't get anything when he passes. I think that's a gift. I honestly do. Because look, they already have a leg up. They already have an advantage having a famous parent. If you can't take advantage of that opportunity, the better education, the contacts, then God, go work in Burger King, man. Nothing wrong with working in Burger King. If the radio thing doesn't pan out. The ProBoh Show, coming to a Burger King near you. Chusky says, relationships are all based in chemicals. True story. It is. But in the same respect, every emotion is basically just a temporary chemical imbalance. Love is a disease, says Eugene. Oh my God, you guys. Love is a disease. Don't get me wrong. I love this apathy. It's fitting my mood perfectly. Jaded chat, says Hartstead. Yeah, we all look like it's like we've all just split up with a girlfriend. Yeah, love doesn't exist. Whatever. Relationships are the worst. We should all go drinking, guys. We've got a lot in common. All right, guys, so there you go. So what was the result of today's poll? Let's get a little drum roll. I think it was 100% true. I think maybe one false got in at the end there, but the last time I looked, it was 100% true. Either way, true wins. Yeah, confidence will take you further in life. I believe confidence will take you further in life than intelligence. Yeah, our educational system seems to be lacking in that respect, in that regard. No, confidence is your business. But you can learn to be more confident. In my opinion, I wasn't very confident as a kid. I grew into confidence. How are you doing, Bridge? Welcome. We had one contrarian. Yeah, there was one person who voted false. I'm sorry for whoever that was. And welcome to the show. So yeah, I mean, look, to quote Henry Ford, right? When it comes to confidence, if you think you can do a thing or you think you can't do a thing, you're right. I mean, quite often, success is a matter of self-belief or believing in yourself. You know? And that's where confidence wins out on intelligence. You know? How many times have you seen someone overshadowed in an office environment or in a work environment? Someone's overshadowed a clearly more appropriate, better worker or better applicant to a job just because they exude confidence. Most of the jobs I've gotten or maintained are because, you know, I tend to project a certain amount of confidence. And again, those of you who've tuned into this show enough know I've admitted to you that I suffer a certain amount of social anxiety and self-doubt. But because I've had so many years in front of a microphone or a camera, I can put that away for a second and just act as if. And you'd be surprised how far confidence can take you. There's the thing, guys. And if you're one of these people, a little bit like me, and you feel like you get anxious in social situations or you've got job interviews, look, it's enough to pretend to be confident. 9 times out of 10. And that confidence will take you far. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today's unpopular opinion. Let's move on to 100 Humans. How are we doing, guys? 100 Humans. It was a long walk to work today across snow-capped mountains and through river valleys. And on that walk, I encountered 100 humans. And I asked them all a question. Today's question was, if students ran schools, name some things they would probably get rid of. So if students ran schools, what would they get rid of? What would they abolish? I asked them that question. They gave me their answers. I have the 7 most popular answers here. Your job in the chat is to identify the top 7 answers. Okay, let's take a look at the chat. Tripsky, very much. Thank you very much for that. Hartstead, let's discuss an important issue. Hot dog in a bun or an open-faced sandwich or taco? Bun. Politicians are more confident than intelligent, and people who vote them are intelligent and not confident. Wow.
ProBoh approved.
Yeah, look, to be a statesman, it's much more important to be confident than it is to be intelligent. You can fake. If you're confident enough, you can fake intelligence. Look at Boris Johnson. You know what I mean? Come on. All right, let's continue. The bridge. It's all in your mind. One's mind is terribly important, says the bridge. Agreed. Hartstead to Trusky. I'm not sure I agree. There's just always 2 or 3 people you can choose. Anyone else, you feel like you're throwing your vote away, which again is a really
ProBoh approved.
Really great point. The illusion of choice, right, when it comes to politics. Here are your 2 candidates. Don't vote for the third party that might actually do something well. You're wasting your vote. I hate that. There's something terribly flawed in politics when you're constantly voting for the shiniest of 2 turds. You know what I mean? When was the last candidate in politics that you were really excited about? Ask yourself that question. And if it's over 10 years, then that's a terribly sad state of affairs. So, wow, good point, Hartstead. All right, here we go. We've got some answers here. So I asked 100 humans, if students ran schools, name some things they would probably get rid of. All right, we have first answer from the bridge. She says homework. Is homework there? Oh, yes. Homework is there, bridge. It is the 3rd most popular answer with 8 of 100 humans saying homework. Hartstead also said homework, by the way. There may be some doubled up answers here, so I'm sorry about that. Tripsky says teachers. Teachers. Would students get rid of teachers if they ran a school? Oh! Well done, teachers is there. My God, Tripsky's on fire. With 32 of 100 humans, it's the number 1 answer. Wow. Well done, Tripsky. Okay. It's actually a tie for first place as another answer, but this comes first in my list. Okay, let's continue. Dress code, says Hartstead. A dress code. So like a uniform. A dress code. Is dress code one of the things that kids would get rid of if they ran a school? It's a tough one, but I'm going to say... Wap, wap, wap. Yeah, I mean, dress code falls under one of the answers. But, yeah, it's close, Hartstead, it's close. Tripsky says tests. Tests. If students ran schools, would they get rid of tests? Yes, they would! All right, nice job. That was the 5th most popular answer, with 5 of 100 humans saying tests. And to be fair there, Trusky says exams, tests, kind of the same deal. Okay, Tripsky says, here we go. Tripsky says rules, reglas, rules. Would students get rid of rules if they ran a school? Oh my God. Tripsky is on fire. It's official. Rules is there. It's the 4th most popular answer. Rules. So when you said dress code or a uniform, I would consider that kind of a rule. So rules is there. Well done. All right, next one. Is detention still a thing? If so, detention. Detention. I don't know how you say that in Spanish. Detention is where they make you stay after school when you've misbehaved, when you've been naughty. Dude, I was practically detention every single day when I was at school. Is detention there? Oh! It's the 6th most popular answer. Detention is there, with 5 of 100 humans saying if students ran schools, they'd get rid of detention. Very good. Okay, he misread my question. Did I? Hartstead, what did he say? Let's see. Is a hot dog in a bun or is a hot dog in a bun an open-faced sandwich or a taco? Out of those two options, it's a sandwich. Not an open-faced one either, because it's covered on both sides. There you go. It is very similar to a taco. If it was in a crispy shell, I'd maybe say taco. All right, anyway, where were we? Sorry, Hartstead, my bad. Love that smile, Rob. I love that simile, Rob. The shiniest of two turds. It's true, that's politics. Tripscape, what would kids get rid of? Okay, Hartstead has an answer. He says gym class. So, physical education class. If students ran school, would they get rid of physical education class? It's not there. You've only got 2 more to get. I'm going to give you a hand here. Who's the boss? I mean, we've said teachers, but there's one person that's not strictly a teacher that they might want to get rid of. Oh. Come on, Hartstead, you can do it. Hartstead saying, oh man, I'm 0 for 2. They would get rid of school, says Chusky. Do you know what? All the students...
ProBoh approved.
But yeah, no. They're in charge of the school. So what do they get rid of? Tripsky and Eugene both say the principal. The principal. Or the headmaster, headmistress in British English. Is principal there? Whoa! Well done, friends. It's their 2nd most popular answer. 32 of 100 humans said principal. It's actually kind of like a joint first place. Hartstead with another great answer. Report cards. Is it there? What? It's true, but they didn't say report cards. They did say one more thing. And to me, on the surface, it sounds like they really should enjoy this thing, because it signals the end of a school day. Also signals the beginning of a school day. One person in chat has got it. Ooh, what is it? Something that signals both the beginning and the end of a school day. Tripsky says the annoying bell. Is it there? Oh my God, guys. The bell. The bell. I think you'd enjoy the bell, wouldn't you? If you're a student, it's like home time. Bye. I don't know. Dude, I can only speak from my experience at work. When it's time for me to go, I'm happy. If there's a sound like Pavlov's dog, like if there's a sound that signals the end of the day, dude, I'm about that sound, man. I love it. All right, anyway, so let's go through the list, my friends. Let's go through the list. Let me bring it up for you guys in the chat. Here we go. I asked 100 humans to imagine if students ran a school, name some things that they would get rid of. In position number 7, they said the bell. La campana, I think you'd say in Spanish. In position number 6, detention. In position number 5, tests or exams, examines. In position number 4, the rules. Let's get rid of the rules, yo. In position number 3, we had homework, deberes, homework. In position number 2, we had the principal or the headmaster, mistress. Finally, in position number 1, we had teachers. Well done to Tripsky, well done, oh my God. Hartstead has just flipped over his desk. Better luck next time, man. These are difficult. These are not as easy as you might think. How are you doing, Gandalf? Welcome. All right, so there you go. That's today's 100 humans. Oh, dude, I would definitely say report cards rather than the bell. I don't know, man. I don't know. These 100 humans are crazy. Let's go to complete the news.
Complete the news.
Oh my God, friends, this is complete the news. How does this work? Very easy. I will give you a news headline, un titular. Okay, a news headline, but I will leave out some important information. Your job is to complete the news. Friends watching live right now, and I know there are many of you, but not many people typing. If it's your case that you just get a little nervous about expressing your opinion, this is your moment, because all you have to write is A, B, or C. So let's go with today's first complete the news. The University of Sussex. Okay, so the University of Sussex mathematicians. So the mathematicians at the University of Sussex create a formula for blank. The mathematicians at the University of Sussex have created a formula for blank. But what is it? Is it A, orgasms? Is it A, orgasms? Is it B, a happy life? Or is it C, winning an argument? The University of Sussex mathematicians create a formula for blank. Is it A, orgasms, B, a happy life, or C, winning an argument? Dude, can we all just agree now that instead of working on AI, like, scientists need to start working on a formula for a happy life? Dude, does that not seem like, when you read these articles like, scientists have grown ears on a mouse, do you wish that we're all kind of working on a formula for the secret for a happy life? Okay, let's see what people are saying. Fish and chips, says Gandalf. Tripsky says A, the bridge A, Trusky C, A, from Eugene, Hartstead A, Gandalf B. Seems like you're all saying A. Gandalf, I'll salute you for being the only person to say a happy life. And Trusky, I'll salute you for being the only person to say winning an argument. So University of Sussex mathematicians create a formula for orgasms. True story, my friends. True story. This is what mathematicians are working on. This is from the Atlantic, I believe, this piece of news. No, the Argus. My bad. Researchers from the University of Sussex have come up with a formula after tracking and analyzing stages of the male arousal cycle. Are we going to pretend now that it's really that complicated, mathematicians? I mean, speaking as a man, the formula is usually 5 minutes in the shower. I've got 5 minutes where I don't have to do anything. It's true. The mathematical model inspired by the maths used to improve sports performance can now use physical and psychological data to show the best conditions to have an orgasm. Guys, I'm telling you now, mathematicians at Sussex University, you know, this is research that's going nowhere. We don't care. Men, you know, even in not the most ideal situations, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Go back to studying a cure for cancer, please. Can you believe this? One of the authors of the research paper said, sex, ducks, and rock and roll, a mathematical model of sexual response. Said a key finding is that too much psychological arousal early in the process can inhibit the chance of reaching climax. Simply put, our findings can be summarized as don't overthink it. Again, mathematicians in Sussex, like, have you ever met a man? We're not overthinking anything in life in general. Just saying. All right. Let's see what people are saying. Did not need a formula for that. A 12-year-old can figure it out, says Gandalf. Oh, Gandalf.
ProBoh approved.
Hartstead. This was just some mathematician trying to get with a girl, and he had to fall back on, please, this is for scientific research. Dude, I am more willing to believe that than the alternative. The bridge. That's putting effort into important stuff, Rob. Summary, relax. They said it. Yeah, there you go. All right, so that's an actual piece of news. The world's going to hell. All right, next one. We've got time for both today. Oh, happy day. All right, next one. This is news from the Netherlands. Okay. Festival goers, so people who go to festivals, festival goers planning to blank to save money on food and drinks. Festival goers are planning to blank to save money on food and drinks. Is it A, they're going to camp near homeless shelters? B, they're going to fast, ayunar, fast? Or C, they're going to use more drugs? A, B or C. Festival goers planning to blank to save costs on food and drinks. Okay, we've got B, C. Ooh, from personal experience, says Tripsky. C, B. Ooh, it's a tie between B and C. Chusky says C. Gandalf says B. It's a tie between fasting and doing more drugs. Okay, let's see. Festival goers are planning to... C, use more drugs. You can't make this stuff up, can you? 90% of festival goers expect to use more drugs than usual this season due to the increased ticket prices. For 20 euros, this is from someone who was surveyed. For 20 euros, you can have an ecstasy pill and water for a whole day. Beer and food, you spend 3 times as much. There you go. All right, friends, all these links will be posted in my Patreon, so you can find them all there. Friends, I am going to have to go. Guys, thank you so much for being here. So many things you could have been doing. Instead of doing those things, you're here with me, and it means the world. See you next time.